Hey, folks, good evening. Unexpected live stream because I thought the roadmap is finally released. As a matter of fact, it was published on the SWTOR.com, the official website for the game, just literally minutes ago. I've read it very quickly, very briefly, but what I wanted to do is celebrate the release of the map in time because today is, what the hell is it today? 31st of May, if my memory serves me well. It's still 31st. Even according to that watch, I'm GMT +2, so far ahead of Bauer's time. Keith Kanek delivered it in time, and let's jump into the screen where I'm actually supposed to zoom it a little bit so we can read the text a little bit easier and simpler. So this is the roadmap. Of course, there is here a link at the bottom to SWTOR.com, but I prefer to read it from my own website. Well, self-advertisement for the win. Let me zoom it a little bit to make it like so. And what we're going to do is start reading the roadmap together. I will provide you guys with some comments on things that I've noticed, things that are of interest to me, things that I didn't expect to happen the way they happened, and God knows how many other things we can and should talk about together. Please, if you haven't read the map, the roadmap yet, listen from other I will be reading. I will read all of it, and then we'll have some comments and discussion if you're interested, of course. If not, I'll provide you with my personal overview and just opinion of the roadmap. It's not exactly what I was hoping for and what I was expecting for. But first, let's take a read. Keith Kanek is the game producer for Star Wars The Old Republic. He took over from Ben Irving, and this is the roadmap for 2017 that he is providing us with. It's not exactly a roadmap for the year because we are now beginning the 6th month. So it's what's happening for the half of the year that's remaining. Hi everyone, our Star Wars The Old Republic team has been very busy reviewing all the areas of the game and has built a vision that we are eager to share with you in this roadmap. We gathered suggestions directly from our players and influencers. That's not true, they didn't take any of my suggestions. Gained insights from comments on our forums and those of our fan sites, and received lots of feedback from conversations at our Cantina events. I really want to be able to present at least one of these Cantina events, but the amount it would cost me to be there just makes it literally impossible. The SWTOR, that's the very first time I see SWTOR spelled out SWTOR in an official post by Bauer. Or at least I don't remember another one. So enough with the silly jokes. The SWTOR roadmap offers insight into our direction for the game, starting with our summer of SWTOR activities beginning June 13th, 2017. Below, we will probably say that this is the launch for 522. Plus, the roadmap covers all our plans, including what areas of the game we're focusing on, areas targeted for quality of life improvements, and plans for overall gameplay changes. I have included a section about communication in the very bottom and how we plan to keep you informed throughout the year. We will unquestionably keep some things out of the spotlight, and we may not go into great depth about the change until we are ready to discuss it. That's nothing new. But I'm hopeful you enjoy our increased communication. I have to say, I'm already enjoying the increased communication and transparency. Being honest is always better than being secretive or, God forbid, dishonest. You always win more by just admitting that you failed to do something. And as a matter of fact, Keith didn't fail to deliver the map before the end of the month. So, what's next and what you can expect from SWTOR in the coming months? Where are we headed longer term, and how do we address the myriad of questions everyone wants answered? First, we begin with a big section for gameplay direction. We have been saying for a while now, our focus this year is to return to massively multiplayer and group-based content. Since the launch of Knights of the Eternal Throne 5.0, that is, last November, we have already delivered a new daily area, Iokat, a new operation boss, Tide, the God of Rage, the first one from a 5-boss operation, and the return of 2 companions with the Iokat story. Our focus on gameplay improvements will continue throughout this year and will include revisiting existing game systems to provide enhancements where needed whenever possible. That's the short overview of the game's direction. Now let's see more specific things like operations. Haha, they are speaking of operations. Well, we have an operation under development at the moment. It's been far too long since we provided you with extremely challenging multiplayer activities. We all know our operations 8 to 16 player PvE boss fights, that's an operation, are a favorite pastime for guilds, are the fastest way to gear up, and when done properly, cause all of us to keep showing up every week until we can place that boss on farm status. That's actually true, especially with the changes they introduced finally with 5.2, giving back the static loot drops from operations. But I won't go back into that because probably every SWTOR fan and player knows what a disaster in terms of loot and gearing 5.0 was. Delivering an operation is a fundamental change in our direction this year, and our plan is to provide you with a new boss encounter every few months. By doing it this way, we can deliver high quality, challenging boss fights much faster than making you wait until the end of the year or for an expansion. That's exactly my point. I would have preferred to wait by the end until the end of the year and receive a full operation, but hey, I'm a minority, as it seems. Some of you are eager already fighting Esne and Ivela on our public test server. It's actually closed public test server, and the feedback has been really excellent. We're looking forward to July when you can fight these two sisters. It's confirmed 5.3 is coming in July. Later below we'll see more information about 5.3 and 5.4. We've already changed how our level of tier gear drops in operations. Now we'll be adding a platinum quality item that you can earn from defeating certain bosses in veteran and master mode. Not that we received legendary with 5.0, but now there is going to be a platinum. We'll let you know which bosses drop rewards and what items you will have a chance to earn. A chance? Oh, please don't make it a chance for an item to drop. Make it a chance for a player to earn the certain drop item. Shifting our priorities to PvP. We introduced 2 new PvP war zones last year and plan to continue improving PvP by adding fun activities throughout the year. Season 8, our current season in progress, is slated to end in August with 5.4, by the way. In conjunction with Crisis on Umbara, they finally announced the 5.4 flashpoint they're working on. We're finalizing all the rewards now. We'll provide an update on all the rewards in an upcoming forum post. We know class balance is a hot topic for our PvP community, and the combat team is that one person is hard at work building a plan for future balance changes. We will begin rolling out the changes with Sisters of Carnage Game Update 5.3. I like the title of the update, Sisters of Carnage. It's based on the two twin bosses, the second boss encounter in Gods from the Machine. Game Update 5.3 in July, and we'll continue monthly updates until we are satisfied with all of the adjustments. I'm confident you will let us know your opinions after each update too. Of course we are. We are reviewing ways to improve use of your wide range of characters, and one of our top priorities is to make unassembled components a legacy currency. Oh, please make it tomorrow. This allows you to play with any of your alternate characters while gaining benefits across your entire legacy. The remainder of the year includes a new war zone, Galactic Starfighter, our space PvP gameplay expansion for those of you who had forgotten that it actually exists, changes to the Galactic Starfighter, changes to ranked PvP, earlier notification of Season 9 rewards, and continued review adjustments of class balances. So, they have announced a new warzone. Hopefully we'll learn in a moment when this warzone is dropping by. Story and companions. Oh, we have enough companions. Thank you, BioWare. But let's see. We will continue moving the story forward after the events on Iocat. As we announced at our recent cantina in Orlando during Star Wars Celebration, God forbid that was a fantastic celebration, and I've received very good pictures and news and just information basically from people who have been to the SWTOR Cantina this year. It was really good and interesting. The next major story update is coming in August with Crisis on Umbara, featuring an exciting new flashpoint on the shadowy planet. We won't give you spoilers about this new area, but we will reveal more as we get closer to general release. Probably expecting another developer livestream in the next weeks or months. We know bringing back your old companions is extremely important, so expect to see some of them returning throughout the year. Additionally, as we release updates over the summer, you will be able to customize some of your favorite companions, including Teron, Lana, Shay, Kot, and Senya. I would love to be able to customize Senya. She's a cool old girl. In addition, we will review and adjust which companions you received through Alliance alerts. That's really, really weird. How exactly are we getting adjustment for whatever we receive from Alliance alerts since we've received already so many? Are they taking back companions from people who've earned them? I don't think that's going to happen. Anyway, I'm continuing to read because there is quite a lot more. We will continue to provide regular improvements for companions this year to enable you to increase their influence by doing in-game tasks you typically do when you play. Companions remain an important part of Star Wars The Old Republic, and we look forward to introducing improved ways for you to engage with them. They've already announced that some of these things are landing with 5.2.2 in June, and that is that sending your companions to missions, that's probably explained below, sending your companions to missions will actually benefit their influence. In addition, based on the feedback we received about IOCAT, we're exploring options for new daily areas, adding or updating events, and offering special rewards for a variety of in-game activities. A new event would be absolutely fantastic, especially if it's related to PvP, but I mean really nicely thought out and organized PvP event. Let's talk about that after I finish reading, maybe. Quality of life changes. Quality of life is a term regularly used to reference improvements we make to improve your gameplay experience. Quality of life improvements include fixing long-standing bugs, solo, changes to existing game systems, improvements to user interface. I would love to see a moddable UI. Simplifying ways to do things in-game, increasing the speed of mounts, adding legacy perks, and more. I would love to see a level 50 legacy perk. I mean, come on, everybody has been legacy 50 for so many years now. I've been legacy 50 since, what, 3 years? 3.5, 4? We will regularly look to offer more customization improvements, such as adding weapon tuning enhancements to player collections. Finally, they were very strictly against that in the beginning when they started introducing weapon tuning in the Cartel store. Having them in collections is actually going to improve our customization options significantly. And we will continue to seek your feedback on other customization options you would like to see. One of the options we would like to see, and we know that they're considering it for 2017, is the inclusion of outfitting your weapons. Combining that with weapon tuning being part of collections, maybe it will be very expensive to unlock, but still cheaper than opening a million packs and receiving a second one of the same type of weapon tuning. Jumping down to the Summer of SWTOR, let's see if the Dark vs. Light Summer event will return and in what form. The following is our planned Summer of SWTOR 2017 game updates, along with highlights of what is included with each release. Nar Shaddaa Summer Game Update 5.2.2 starting June 13, confirmed, set in stone already. Well, I've announced that as an expected date several times, and BioWare announced it as well as a target date, so it's no surprise. This is Tuesday, if you're wondering. The return of Nar Shaddaa Nightlife event with all new rewards, including a new Gamorrean companion. Will that companion speak to us, or will it be just another moving figurine, useless next to us, doing damage and maybe healing? Starfighter improvements, increased requisition gains, gunship and bomber being available by default as a starter ship, and some new ship customization options. Companion influence earned from crew skill missions. They've set that in stone as well. It's not just a target and expectations, it is happening. Command experience legacy perk for alts. Once one of your character reaches command rank 300, you can acquire a new legacy perk to increase command experience gains on all of your other characters. What? Oh, that's fantastic. I hope that it's not unbelievably expensive, at least. But this is a really cool change that I don't believe they've announced previously. Both Teron Shan and Shay visuals appearances can now be customized. Okay, I personally don't care about that. New legacy perks. Mount speed 4 and 5 will increase your mount speed to 120 and 130. I have a separate video that, if I remember, I will link somewhere. But there was a technical issue, or at least that's what BioWare told us a long time ago when they were asked continuously why the maximum mount speed is only 110% in the game. The answer was due to technical limitations. So what have you done, BioWare, to the engine and the game and the servers overall to overcome these technical limitations? Please tell us. It's important to some of us. The bottom line is we get tier 5 130% increased movement speed, which was actually announced maybe close to a month ago, 3-4 weeks. What else? Tier 1 gear can now be purchased for command tokens. And if I'm not mistaken, they announced that the target is 800 command tokens for a full set of gear. If you're a farmer and you're high enough tier in your command rank, you know that 800 tokens is not that hard to accumulate, especially if you're doing regularly operations or any other group content, including Group Finder as well. Now, moving on to the big update with the second boss encounter for the operation on IOCAT. Sisters of Carnage game update 5.3 coming in July. I knew it's coming in July because there couldn't be update in the middle of June and a big update immediately after that. So I've told you guys that it's expected in July, and BioWare is doing it in July. There is no date, unfortunately. That's really sad. 5.4 is announced for August. I was expecting set in stone dates, or target dates at least. Anyway, let's see what's coming with 5.3. Gods from the Machine's second encounter, forgive me, Ivela and Esne in story and veteran mode. A brand new stronghold with a great view of the ocean. Spoiler alert, it is a Manan stronghold and it looks cool. The ability to search for stronghold decorations using new filters. The start of class balance changes for the following. Look at that. Sorcerer and Sage. These are mirror classes, of course. Power Tech and Vanguard. Assassin and Shadow. Sniper and Gunslinger. Mercenary and Commando. Operative and Scoundrel. These are six advanced classes that are being tweaked in 5.3. That's a lot of changes. It's been a very long time since we've seen class balancing for so many classes at the same time. I think the last time was definitely before 5.0. We haven't had any class balancing in 5.0, except for some short bug fixes and some other utilities and other cosmetic things. Appearances for additional companions can now be customized. Okay. Moving on to August update 5.4, Crisis on Umbara. I'm so very enthusiastic to see the new flashpoint. We haven't received the flashpoint since Rishi, guys. Rishi, right? It's Rishi, I believe. The two Rishi flashpoints came in 2014, in the late autumn or the beginning of the winter of 2014, I think. That's a long time, BioWare. The story will continue in a new Flashpoint, Crisis on Umbara. Appearances for additional companions can now be customized. Stop with these appearances. Nobody cares about the 3,500,000 companions available. And more to come. What do you mean more to come? That's what I... Thank you. Thank you, Psycho Fit Nerd. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of reading on this live show, so yeah, if you understand my accent, you get to enjoy it. If you don't, well, you're screwed. Find yourself another video with someone that has a more English-friendly accent. Okay, that's why I told you that the roadmap is not what I was hoping for. More to come, exactly in the same style as Ben Irving's producer letter from last year. 2 updates detailed with not actually perfect detailing, but good enough. And nothing beyond that. Let's see the last paragraph about player communication, because Keith has actually been really punctual and very accurate to the players with his honesty, and he's always coming forward. He's more active on the forums than any other developer I've seen, maybe except for Eric Musco. But after all, Musco is being paid to write on the forums, so it's his job. He has pretty much no other priorities to do than keep the community intact. So, player communication from BioWare to the player base and all of us that still play and enjoy and love that game. We want to improve our cadence of releasing information to you. It is important to us that you know your opinions could and count, sorry, and you have a serious stake in whatever changes we make to the game. To do this, we must chat with you on a regular basis and with a specific focus in mind. That's our plan. Starting this week and weekly thereafter throughout June and July, we are going to be posting on the forums to share specific features we're thinking about and those already in process. We want to get your input and talk through the pros and cons of each topic to see how you feel. We'll set expectations for how we want to interact to keep our engagement productive. But if we all do this correctly, it will be a fun and rewarding experience. We'll be posting on a very wide range of topics, everything from new content to the reinvigoration of existing features. Look out for these posts every Wednesday. If that changes, we will let you know in advance. Why Wednesday? It should have been Friday. It's always nice to have those Friday news updates from 6, 7 years ago. Obviously, Friday is not good because when they come back to work next week on Monday, they would have 100 pages worth of posts on the forums to read. Probably that's why they moved away from Friday updates. And of course, I will plan to deliver an updated roadmap each quarter. This way you can see not only the direction we're heading, but you know what to expect specifically over the few months. I look forward to your continued discussion. Respectfully, Kate, lead game producer. All right. Quarterly roadmaps. If we have to wait a month for each for each roadmap to be delivered, they won't be quarterly. They will be divided by 3 for the year. I don't know how to say that. All right. That was, believe it or not, a very lengthy and yet not detailed enough roadmap that Keith Kanek, the not new anymore, game producer, has delivered just literally 40 minutes ago. I just finished reading it for myself and for you guys. I've taken a quick read before I started the live stream, but yes, it's a long map. Most of the things we already knew. There is nothing really surprising. I personally didn't know about the arrival of a new war zone. And here somewhere, Bauer also hinted that there might be some content related, event related content that will impact PvP activities or involve PvP activities. That would actually be really cool, and I'm looking forward to this thing happening. I don't know if it's possible. I don't know if that's what Bauer means, but we could use some more well-organized and well-thought-out PvP server events. As in Gree event, but a little bit better structured with good incentives for people to actually clash with each other and hopefully the engine being able to survive more than 10 people on the screen. So, what do you guys think? I know that you've been sharing your opinions in the chat throughout the live stream. Unfortunately, the chat is not visible. I could have made it visible. I don't know why I decided not to, probably because it's by default not included in this screen and this scene on OBS. But anyway, if you want to leave your opinion for everybody else to see and read, this video will be published about an hour after I finish the live stream. And leave your comments, thoughts, and opinions there. My short opinion is basically that this roadmap is much longer than the previous one from Ben Irving, more detailed, but by far not detailed enough for a full month of delay. I haven't actually calculated how long it's been since we've heard about the map, but if I can try to count the number of posts for when the roadmap was mentioned, and then another count for how many times the roadmap has been delayed and pushed back with yellow posts from Keith Koenig, well, we deserved something more. This is good update. We have confirmation for 5.3. We knew most of the things coming there. We have an announcement for 5.4, which is not enough, unfortunately. August is 3 months from now, right? It's 2 months. We've got 2.5 months until 5.4, and we didn't receive enough information about what's coming with, what was the name? Crisis on Umbara. I would have loved to be able to see at least a screenshot from the flashpoint on Umbara. We don't know if Umbara will be a visitable and inhabited world, Or will it be something like Manan, just a transition, land on a very small gated place, and then enter the flashpoint? There is nothing else to do on Manan, as you probably already very well know. Well, soon there will be a galactic stronghold on Manan. This is one of the most requested locations for your personal stronghold to be located on. And I don't know if BioWare listens to the community, as they've said numerous times in the past that they are listening to us. But I believe Manan has been one of the most requested locations for our next home. I personally don't care too much about galactic strongholds. I'm not a decorator myself, even though I've tried a couple of times, and I just don't have the time to produce something good. I'm an architect in real life, and my profession is actually more or less related to designing spaces, exterior most likely. Actually, I don't enjoy interior project, but let's not go there. The roadmap was short, very long in terms of a post, but so much free text, and actually the specific text is right here. Summer of SWTOR, and we've got one update 5.3 with more to come. One update 5.3, excuse me, and a little bit of 5.4, which is less than 3 months away. We're beginning, what's the time now? I've got less than 1 hour until 1st of June, which is special holiday of the child here in Bulgaria. I'm not really sure if it's international. So if you're celebrating the day of the child, the day of the kids, happy Kids Day. I will be celebrating tomorrow, even though I'm not exactly a kid, I think. No, I'm not. All right, let me take a look at the chat. Do you guys have any questions? Even if you had, I will probably not be able or allowed to give you any more information from PTS or from anything else. The good news is that there won't be, at least anytime soon, increase to Galactic Command ranks. 300 and Tier 4 for the moment are remaining constant, and they will not be upgraded. What BioWare is doing for the rest of the year, I would have loved to see. Let's make a calculation. So we receive 5.3 in July and 5.4 in August. There is no mention if 5.4 will actually feature the third boss encounter from the IOCAT operation. Do you guys see it anywhere? The picture has nothing to do with the boss. The picture, by the way, features, to me at least, unknown characters. I don't know if these are supposed to be Ashara. No, that's not Ashara. Definitely not. Maybe, no, those are not companions. Those are some player characters on what looks like to be Tatooine. So, BioWare, what's happening on Tatooine? Or is it Tatooine? Could be something else. Okay. You're always a kid for your parents, of course. Yes, that's true. But unfortunately, my parents have refused to give me gifts ever since I turned, I don't know, 16, 17 years of age. I believe that's all I wanted to say. And I will leave you guys here with this. This is a very short event, by the way, by the looks of it. I've been live for about just half an hour, but I don't want to prolong this. This was an exclusive live stream because I wanted to deliver the information as soon as possible to you, everybody. I think everybody here, however many we have in the chat, I haven't seen the analytics yet, but however many of you are here, we are all interested to learn about the roadmap. We've been expecting it. You know that me and probably some of you have been F5ing on the keyboard all afternoon yesterday and today. A little bit less today because actually Keith deceived us. Who opened the chat here in the very beginning? What we've been deceived. They told us that the roadmap will be expected at least tomorrow or on Friday. But no, they delivered it today. That is it. I promise you I won't say any more words. Thank you guys for joining me for this unexpected and unannounced live stream, but I hope that we've learned interesting things. I leave it all to you when the video is published or when you have finished watching it. Leave a comment, let me know, potentially let BioWare know if this video maybe reaches BioWare's attention. Maybe they would know what's happening. What do we think about the roadmap? There are some very cool things. Unfortunately, we knew about most of them. So at least to me, it wasn't a surprise. And I don't mean that I knew about those things because I have some extra communication with some of the developers. No, they just announced these things ahead of time and they let us know that they are working on these things. Now we just have them confirmed when they are arriving and the fact that they are arriving. See you in the next video, guys. Thank you for joining me. Don't forget to leave a like. If by any chance you have never subscribed to my channel, well, do that now. It will help me and eventually it may help you to see when my next videos and live streams are being posted and scheduled. Good night and have a lovely rest of the week. We have the roadmap. There is nothing else we are expecting from SWTOR for the next days.